Hello guys, in today's video what I'm going to be showing you guys is basically from like a beginner's level to how I would customize a car. I want to show you guys how you can basically tune slash customize cars in GTA 5. So I'm going to be using the car that I figured. I just realized I had money out of the bank, even though I thought it was in the bank, so I'm going to put that away. So we go. But I'm using this car, and I'm going to be slowly building this car up over time basically. So that way I do get separate videos out of it, or like more videos, but also it's just to show evolution in this car. So that's what I'm going to be using for this entire thing, is the Benefactor Schwarzer. So I'm going to first be showing you guys how you can get this car yourself, and then going through all the upgrades and stuff for this first video, and basically showing you guys a beginner kind of tune, like a beginner friendly. So where you can find this car is you can find it in San Andreas Super Autos. I believe it's a 2-door. If you go to sort by price for the low range, you can quickly scroll down and find it right here. It's a gray color, and it is for 80k. Just like mine, you can find it on the streets, you know what I'm saying, anywhere. Obviously it's my car, so you know, I got it from the streets for absolute free. Take it to your garage. So let me take it to my garage. Kind of show you guys one modification that I have on this car already, which is something that I'll talk about later that will help the drifting process. But another thing, after you get it inside of your garage, whether it's a normal garage or the agency, it does not matter. You go ahead, you get in the car, you either use the agency workshop, which you have to purchase, or you go to Los Angeles Customs, or you use some form of place to customize your car. You go ahead and you scroll down until you find loss / theft prevention. Wow. And you will have to put your full coverage on, which costs 10k. So it's either buy the car for 10k or for 80k. Obviously I went with 10k, that's just the cheap way out. So after getting your car, you also want to go over to Los Angeles Customs. So if you're in there already, don't leave. So after you get that on, and after the car is now yours basically, we can start going over the basic upgrades. So the first thing we got on the list is armor for basic upgrades, and I would say for beginners it is definitely something that you will possibly need for certain situations. Now depending on your money, if you have a low budget or a higher budget, just go with whatever you want to purchase. So I would save some money here, so for now I'm going to go with the 20k option, but if you have over a mil, like kind of I do, you maybe want to go for 100% armor, but if you don't want to spend that type of money right now, it is all good. Next thing, brakes. Again, I've said this in a lot of drift build videos, but I don't like upgraded brakes. The reason why for this is just because it just makes the car weird, and it's just gonna make your line mess up a ton. But I have used upgraded brakes before in a car, and I've gotten used to that. So I do know how to use that. That's more of an advanced tool. Next up, we got the bumpers and stuff. Basically, all of the kind of stylistic options I would stay away from for now. Just like, you can, if you want to, you can, but I'm gonna leave that for a separate video just to kind of go over some of the stuff. For engine upgrade, if you are a lower level and a beginner, just max everything out that you can. So whether it's money is kind of blonking, let's say of under 100k, you wouldn't really spend all your money in this part. But if you're lower level, you obviously won't have everything maxed out like I do. So for me now, I'm gonna max it out, but if you don't have the money, then don't spend it there. For exhaust, you can upgrade this, and I will, because I like a noise exhaust, I can't lie. So I'm gonna go for, you can just go for any option. This part is like all up to you. So I want to go with, I'm thinking chrome. I think that might look nice. It's gonna match all of kind of the chrome wheels and stuff we have on this car. I think that's gonna look cool. Grill, I'm gonna leave that for a separate video. Hood as well. You don't want to, if you want to, you can touch the horn, but you don't need to. You want to stay away from this stuff. If you're a beginner, stay away from lights and neon underglow. That's one thing. Liveries, I'm safe. Plates, whatever. Color is whatever. I kind of want to keep the just fresh paint I have on here. I've never had a color or car this color before, so I'm gonna keep the color it is. Roll cage, I'm gonna stay away from. Roof, I'm gonna stay away from. Skirts and the wing. The wing is important. Do not use this part if you're a beginner, because you could add traction to your car. For the skirts not showing up, but it does add traction. I know that. And that's not necessarily good for your car all the time. It's more of a later down the road thing. So stay away from it. Suspension, I'm gonna lower it the most, but again, if you need to save some money, or if you need to kind of cheap out a little bit because of your money right now, that's all fine, because actually tuning your suspension can make your car worse or better. It's another thing down the line. For the transmission, again, try and get this stuff as much, like if you can upgrade this a ton, if you have the max upgrades on everything, and if you have the money for it, do it, because it's gonna save you a lot of problems that you'll be having later. So again, same thing for turbo. Obviously turbo's kinda on the more expensive side, and also is a little bit thing, but the beneficial parts that you really need upgraded a ton are transmission and probably the engine, because turbo, it doesn't really matter that much, but also it will make it so your what's it called, clutch kicks, which I'll talk about later, become a lot more stronger and a lot more like better for this car, and for like almost every car. Window tint, I'm going to stay away from, and wheels, keep the stock wheels for now. I will go over wheels in a more fine tune probably the next video, but for now, for beginner friendly, I want to make a very budget drift car, and saving your money whenever you can is probably a good idea for later, so that way you can keep saving your money, so that way if you need to invest into other stuff you can, or if you want to put some more time in your drift car, I would say just as it is now, this is good enough. You don't really need that much. So, after you get this all done, if your car looks like mine, great. Obviously, probably a different color. If your car, you put some other modifications just to add a nice little flavor, except for the ones I would say stay away from, but like for bumpers, grill, hood, all that stuff, livery, like the livery, roof, skirt, stay away from spoiler. But if you've done all that stuff, that's fine. But wheels, I would say keep the stock wheels for now, just so that way you can kind of get the feel for stock wheels. I'm not saying that's the main thing you should run, but for now it's like the best case scenario. And also the Banshee 900R, I just have to say, is really great on stock wheels. I've learned that. So after you've done all that, we want to go get low grip tires, and I'll show you exactly where that is. Now, where's that LS Customs? It is currently located right here on the map, and always will be located on the map. I don't know why it's it currently, but it's the LS Tuners update kind of area. It's right here on the map if you guys need to know. So this is on next gen and old gen, so just letting you guys know that it's not a new gen thing, except the house upgrade area that won't be there, but this area where you can upgrade cars is there. So yeah. Now, where do you put on low grip tires? That is a very good question. Well, you go into here, you go to tires, and go to tire enhancements. Now, again, do not put, actually I should have said this, but don't put bulletproof tires, put low grip tires. If you put bulletproof tires, that's gonna just make your car not really drift that well, and you can't really do anything with it. So yeah. So now, that is it for all of the upgrades. So where I would like you guys to go to learn how to drift, I recommend this, is going to the dock. So as you can see, once you go out of the LS car meet, you want to turn right, and go down and you'll find the dogs right here. So once when you made it here, and once when you have your car fully built, whether it's like I said, whether it's like mine or it could be a little different depending on what you're going for, at least a start. But I would recommend doing this. It's just going to be the most easiest way to get through things. So first thing that you're going to have to learn is how your car shifts. This is actually a great important detail to learn, so that way you can listen to the car a little more, and basically it gives you a little bit more of a hint. So basically you want to start at slow speed. Don't go flying down roads. You just want to go to slow speed, right, and slowly pick up speed. And when you hear your car go, so when it bogs down, so let me go to quicker speed here. Just like that. Can also backfire just like that. So when it goes down and then back on, or like when it goes down and then pops and then goes back on, that's it shifting a gear. So when you go from this to about that gear and then that gear, that's how long, when I said that gear, that's how long you have to initiate a clutch kick. What is a clutch kick? Well, I'll show you guys. So again, go to like here if you want, go to my exact spot. It's right here. This is where I actually learned to drift about like 5 or so years ago. So this is a very memorable spot for me. In this exact car too. Mind you, it was a little bit different and it had off-road tires, which is terrible. Don't do it. Because you're not going to learn quick that way. So, actually I learned pretty quick, but it's just going to be a little harder. So, what you guys want to do is start at slow pace, just in that range, so something like this. And I'm going to show you guys slowly, but then I'll actually do it. So what you have to do is let off, right? So you're going to let off throttle from your car. So this will slow your car down instantly, right? What you want to do then is tap whatever your handbrake button is. I recommend changing it so it's your right bumper. That obviously the right trigger is your acceleration, but the one in front of that, your right bumper, I recommend that. It's going to be great. You only need one finger instead of using two. So you want to tap that, right? So you want to let off, tap, and then instantly get back on full speed like that. And what this will cause your car to do is basically when you start, you know how your car does a burnout when you have lower tires like that? That sound will happen, but at a different speed. So this is what it will sound like normally. Just like that. Again. I had to do like it twice there because it just did not work once. But let me go into a wider view here. As you guys can see, you start doing a burnout. So again, one throttle, handbrake throttle. You want to do that pretty quickly. There we go. I was using one hand there to try and do this, but again, I'm using two fingers this time for like the bumper and that. So again, off. Okay, I couldn't even speak. Wow. Okay, off, handbrake, and then on. So you want to do that in a millisecond. I'm saying that pretty slowly because I can't say it like off, handbrake, on. But yeah, so off, handbrake, on. Yeah. And what I want you guys to do is get that 3 times in a row. So what I mean by that is as soon as you guys get it once, slow down, maybe come to a stop. So basically get it once, slow down, let your car reset, do it again, stop, reset, and do it again. 3 times in a row. So just like I did there, I did it 3 times, and I want you guys to do that 3 times in a row. So that way you guys got it down. Obviously I have it down since I've been doing this for years, like I said, so I've learned that. So now you guys know how your car revs, how you can listen to your car, and how you can clutch kick. Now, why is that important for drifting? Well, if you come into a corner, let me just show you guys, that is not a drift, where you just kind of just turn and hope for the best like this. That's not drifting. But the clutch kick will help you further into an actual drift instead of a slide or a power slide. So, how you're going to learn that? Well, what I actually need you guys to start out by doing is power sliding. What do I mean by that? I don't mean take a corner and try. What I mean by that is I want you guys to go like this in a S line and just get used to your car going everywhere, right? So basically, I don't mean go like and then and not catch it and break it. What I want you guys to do is do this in a controlled manner where your car just goes left to right, just like this. And what am I doing is I'm doing counter steering. Counter steering is important just to keep your car able in the drift and also to keep your car from not spinning out, because that's pretty important. You want to keep your car as good as it looks, you know what I'm saying? So I just want you to get you guys used to doing this, but that's not how you drift. This is still power sliding. I'm just showing you guys how you can counter steer and learn how to counter steer. Another good way is finding an object similar like this and going around it as you're doing a donut and keeping your car close to it but not hitting it. So obviously this will learn you counter steering. So left, like if you're turning the left corner, you're turning right after you turn in, and right, then you go left, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you're already gonna need to like go back and forth a couple times like that, but it's pretty cool. Now, where I'm gonna combine the two is you now want to clutch again. For the S thing, do that 3 times in a row. I forgot to say that. So 3 times in a row. But I want you guys to add the clutch kick into the S turns. So what does this look like? I'll show you. So you want to start with a clutch kick, turn into, okay, I didn't clutch kick, but turn into the corner, then clutch kick. Basically, clutch kick whenever your car feels like it's about to bog down or like slow down or oversteer. And that will give you guys a pretty good direction to see where to clutch kick. Sometimes you may need to do it multiple times because your car's not going to get it every single time right now because it's really not set up, but it's going to help you. So, you want to do that 3 times, just repetition. All you guys need to do is repetition to get this into your brain so that way you can remember it, and just so that way at one point you can just be like, oh yeah, right, I remember this, you know, going like this, doing this, you know, all like a Wednesday drive for me. So after you get used to doing S turns and stuff like that, what I want you guys to do is take, well, also with the clutch kick you can learn, and doing the S turns like this, is you can learn kind of how to do like counter steering, but you also want to practice this from entering 2 ways. So you can go from the left side of the road, so you're using this road, you want to enter the left side, right, and get used to doing the left side, but you can also start from the right side of the road and go in like this to get the other way, so that we can get that down. And that will actually help you connect corners, which is the next big leap or big step that I want to show you guys. So how do you do a corner specifically? How do I get so good at taking corners while drifting? Well, I'll show you. Like I said multiple times in this video. What I want you guys to do, right, is find a corner that will be like an open area, so something like this in front of me here. I want you guys to take it slow and just basically clutch. Okay, I did not explain that well at all. So clutch kick, right? You want to clutch kick to start until you start to drift, turn right, and then crank it left, and then you guys can do either handbrake taps, or like you can tap the handbrake a little bit just to correct the car and make sure you can actually stay, or do a bunch of clutch kicks. Okay, that was a little oversteery there. So your car may oversteer at times, it's just how it is for now. So again, something like that. Also make sure you're counter steering, or else that's going to end up badly like this. Or even worse, crashing into something. So, yeah. And then you want to go ahead, switch it, and try it from the opposite way to get used to both corners. And I want you guys to do this like 3 times in a row, so just like going in circles, probably like around here. So what I want you guys to do is just go like this, and then straighten up, so that way you're ready for the next one. Go pretty slow, and slowly build up your speed. So this is not, it's still technically not drifting yet, because you're not linking the corners, but maybe this part you can actually possibly, if you want to, try and link, but I'm going to show you guys how to link corners. So after you get this down 3 times in a row, just going like this, I'll now show you guys how you can link cars, not link cars, link corners. Now, I'm going to take this corner to the left here and show you guys how to do that. What you need to do is combine what you've taken so far. So clutch kicking, obviously cornering, counter steering, and the S. So basically what I want you guys to do is I'm going to take this slow, so obviously clutch kick, turn right, left, probably do some clutch kicks and counter steering, and then you'll end up maybe somewhere over here, it depends, and you want to quickly turn like this and do the S turn, where then you can carry over that speed into the end of the corner. And now I'm going to show you guys what that looks like on that exact corner, just so that way you guys know. I might take this a little bit quicker than you should, but definitely start with slow. And just like so, then you can try linking longer corners as you go on, but try and do the smaller one first, 3 times in a row for 3 times. But as you can tell, you can get used to it pretty quick, I would say. Very, very fun to do that. So now, after you've done linking corners and everything else before that, you are now practically set to drift. That is the beginner's guide to drifting. But wait, if you're like, it's a little too difficult, clutch kicking, it's a little too difficult for me, and if you want to try the easier route first, I'll show you guys that now. What is that? Well, it's single gear drifting. What do I mean by that? Is basically staying in the lowest gear you can with your car. And basically, how do you do that? Well, kind of showing you guys right now, is you want to start out by clutch kicking or just tapping the handbrake, and then keeping it in that gear while tapping the handbrake a little bit. I've gotten used to this way, but I haven't done it for a while, so I actually don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this. But this kind of there we go. So just like that. It's a slower way of drifting, but if you guys want to start like that, it's fine. All the stuff that I've said before, you can do with that. So instead of clutch kicking, that one can kind of be left out, but taking corners or doing S's, just like that, taking corners like this. And sometimes your car will clutch kick. It's just kind of a common thing, because you might not be on the throttle all the time, but probably should be. There we go. That's why I was lifting off a little bit. But yeah, what I usually do, clutch kicking, that's just, I like faster drifting. I like going fast. So yeah. So hopefully guys, well actually wait, I was about to say outro, but I didn't really finish. So after that, you guys can basically just drift around here. Just practice it, practice everything until you guys get it at least a little more down, or if not fully down in this car. So next episode, what will I be going over? I'll be going over a little bit more of a way to fine-tune your car to make sure you know exactly what you want and what you want out of your car. Next episode, I will also be showing you guys some different ways of learning how to drift and also some tracks for that. So, hope you guys enjoy this type of content, because I'm basically showing you guys how to do this and learning it through a process. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to know when I upload, or more uploads of this type, where you guys will be able to catch later episodes of this kind of series of episodes. So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed, at any moment, hit the like button. Yeah. And stay tuned for more videos and all this stuff. Like I said, I'm not trying to repeat myself. I'm trying to say it a little bit differently, so that way you guys know. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. But just before I say peace, what I need you guys to do is, if I remember, if you see kind of some videos, maybe click one. Oh, you guys got like five more seconds. Almost, yeah. Click one of them. It's worth it. Okay, maybe 10 more seconds. Well, peace.